All right, here we go. Welcome back to another episode of Golf Subpar. Before we get going, I'm sure you saw the opening ceremonies. Team USA was looking super amazing in their RLX Ralph Lauren. And at RLX Ralph Lauren, timelessness has been at the core since the beginning. Born on the course but drawing on the tradition of polo, RLX celebrates classic and iconic products that are meant to be loved enduring the test of time while focusing on performance-driven design. By blending the sophistication of style with the precision of sport, RLX seamlessly blends performance wear and elevated sportswear. From sophisticated styles to the most technologically advanced fabrics available, RLX is the ultimate in functional luxury and provides pieces that are ready for whatever the conditions bring, both on and off the course. Ralph Lauren is the official outfitter of the United States Ryder Cup team and partner of the AJGA. Ralph Lauren is proud to continue its sponsorship of golf ambassadors Andrea Lee, Billy Horschel, Davis Love III, Devin Bling, Doc Redman, Jonathan Bird, Nick Watney, Sean Foley, Smiley Kaufman, Todd Anderson, Tom Watson, Trevor Werbelow, Troy Taylor III, Tyler Strafazzi, and Zach Johnson. The RLX collection is available in select Ralph Lauren stores, exclusive private clubs and resorts, and online at ralphlauren.com. Sleaze, you look great in yours today.
Beautiful stuff. Mutual right back at you, buddy. I thought you did an excellent job with that, given you're coming off of a big weekend yourself of competing, I might add. Remember guest season.
Fifth major, some call it, the Bull Rush up at Gaza Ranch. We'll get to that. But let's first, we got to address the Olympics because it was phenomenal. Scotty Scheffler doing Scotty Scheffler things. Final round 62 to storm from behind and win the gold. Tommy Fleetwood picked up the silver. Hideki Matsuyama with the bronze. But I tell you what, it was on bright and early in the morning out here in Scottsdale, and it did not disappoint. That was some of the most exciting golf with an incredible leaderboard.
Phenomenal leaderboard. I mean, you look at the names that were at the top. Scotty wasn't even a name going into the final round that we were talking about for gold. I don't think anybody really was. Like, he was 4 out of that. It was like maybe he could work his way onto the podium at a bronze or something. Next thing you know, Scotty does what Scotty does. 62, 29 on the back. A little 10-shot swing, by the way, between he and John Rahm on that back nine. And then on top of that, I mean, you had Rahm, Xander up there. How surprising, Colt, like that neither of those two guys, not only did they not win the gold, neither of them even were on the podium. I mean, those are two guys that, you know, when the lights shine bright, they've been pretty good. It's been a long time since we've seen Xander struggle even in a given round. But all in all, man, like the way it came down the stretch, those closing holes too out there at that place, not my favorite golf course in the world, but I do like that driving accuracy matters. And then those closing 2 holes, man, not an easy place to hold a lead. Scotty did it, and Fleetwood had a little hiccup, but all in all, I thought it was a really, really good showing for golf at the Olympics.
Yeah, those final few holes, there's 15 through 18. I mean, you get so many people on those hillsides. It's just an awesome scene. Scotty hitting, well, first off, the putt on 17 where he threw out the big fist pump after it went in, and then the shot out of the rough on 18. I mean, a lot of things could have gone wrong there. And him being the best ball striker he is, hits it 25, 30 feet left of the hole, and then made a nasty little 4-footer coming back for par that ended up winning him the gold medal. But Tommy Fleetwood, we love him. I picked him this week. You had Rahm to win the gold medal. We were both looking really good. I mean, what does Tommy Fleetwood have to do to get a win? I know he's one on the DP World Tour, but I mean, this guy, it's just, he goes out, he plays great. Well, Scotty Scheffler shoots 62 on him.
I've been like, he's such an easy guy to root for. He's been so close, major championships, winning on the PGA Tour. It just seems like every time he's coming up short, like just short. And I'm the biggest, like, I root for the Americans and everything. I don't care what it is. Like, they're going to get my love. But watching, especially after he made that birdie on the 16th, I was like, dude, a playoff between he and Scotty would be awesome for the gold medal. And B, I was like, if he does make a birdie coming home, like, I'd be thrilled. I'd be like, I feel like he deserves one after all he's been through. So close at, you know, multiple U.S. Opens, and just feels like he's always the bridesmaid. But man, he's like such an easy guy to root for. I think one of the most well-liked guys by, you know, his peers out there on the PGA Tour and the European Tour. But damn, I mean, silver ain't bad, but eventually you got to think one just tips over for Tommy.
Yeah, he's so solid, man. But I mean, you got to tip your cap to Scotty Scheffler. I mean, he's the best player in the world. Through 3 rounds, he was 57th out of 60 in putting, but still had an outside chance to win the gold medal. And then he goes out there and the putter gets hot on Sunday. And with his ball striking, just a 62 that he just cruised to. And he, honestly, he missed a couple of putts. I know he made a lot, but he missed a couple, had a couple nasty lip outs, could have been even lower, but it's just what a year it has been for him. And then I thought to cap it off, there on the podium, Star-Spangled Banner going, and he got emotional towards the end of it. I thought it was awesome to see. I think, not saying that that's going to do it, but I feel like people are starting to be in the game of professional golf, being more more in on the Olympics. I thought the first couple of times we had it back in 2016, the first time in Rio, obviously there was a lot going on. People were skipping it because of the Zika virus. Then we had COVID in 2020 where there was no fans. And then this year, they showed up, man, and it was awesome. I think people at home that didn't make the team for their country, they're going to see that and like, I'm busting my ass. I'm getting on that team because that's a special week.
Yeah, I think this was the first like Olympic golf we saw where we got like the full experience because of the reasons you mentioned in the last two, and it's still in its infancy, only its third time. That combined with the names that were at the top of the leaderboard and how they reacted, like Scotty Scheffler's fist pump on 17, like dude, we've seen him win major championships, Ryder Cups. I don't know that I've seen that much emotion on the golf course from him, and then afterwards too to like cry during the national anthem. I don't really necessarily know how to quantify Olympic golf and a medal yet in terms of like the overall, resume in golf. I'm not saying it's a major championship. It's definitely not. There's only 60 guys. It's not the best field in the world, but it's different and it ain't nothing. It means something because these guys, you saw John Rahm was just crushed in his interview, afterwards, not getting a podium, that he felt like he let Spain down. Scotty's up there, who's not an emotional dude, doesn't give a lot in terms of that. He's up there crying. It matters to these guys, and I think everyone's seeing that. I mean, you only got to go back to Rio, Colton. Like there were people qualifying for Olympic teams that were declining. Like, I'm good. I really don't think you'll see that much going forward, and I think if anything, you'll just see it expand a little bit.
Yeah, I hope so because I loved it, and like we were talking on our SiriusXM show. Some people weren't the biggest fan of it. They call it an exhibition. It's only 60 guys, and the way you qualify, like not having Bryson DeChambeau on there and everything. If you gave us a major championship, all 4 major championships this year with that leaderboard, we would be so excited, and we would love every second of it. It's the Olympics. It's different, but look, it's every 4 years, so I think it's people are starting to realize how special it is. And Scotty Scheffler going over there, going to the gymnastics competitions, the swimming competitions like Wyndham and all the other guys, and just seeing what the Olympics is all about. And then you're going to come home and you're going to tell everybody about it. Like it was one of the greatest weeks or 2 weeks of my life. And I just think we're going to continue to see this become more and more popular and move up as far as like, hey, what does an Olympic gold medal mean compared to a major championship? I think it's going to get right up there with them. Maybe not all the way because everyone grew up that's in the professional game dreaming of winning major championships, not necessarily a gold medal. But they're going to realize it's going to be right there behind it, if not there with it.
Yeah, and it's hard to like put it up with a major championship. It's like, all right, the guys of the previous generation didn't even have a chance to play in the Olympics. You know what I mean? Like we're just getting it back for the first time. So how do you really comp that out to other things? I don't think it'll be a major, but I'll tell you what I thought was extremely cool, Cole. In a world where golfers are getting paid more than they've ever been paid, they're playing for $20 million purses all the time. They're making boatloads of cash, live the same exact thing. To get guys to actually care about something where there's no money. It's not just like, hey, throw a huge purse at this thing and we'll call it the biggest event in golf. Like it's none of that. There was no money. Scotty won like 37 grand or whatever. For winning this thing, but they care. And to get these guys that are making this much money, playing this often throughout the year to actually care and be passionate about something, I think that's literally like all you can ask for in any sport.
Yeah, it was, like I said, I can't rave enough about how exciting Sunday was. I didn't get to watch the first 3 days because I was up competing in a big-time event that rivals the Olympics, basically. But Gaza Ranch member guests, Sleaze, you and I, we're big fans of the member guests, okay?
Yeah, love them.
We get invited to several a year. We get there. We give it our all every single time. As you can probably tell my voice a little bit right now, and I'm drinking some hydration here right now. It was a week, my man, but it was so much fun. Shout out to Gaza for putting on an incredible event. Me and my man Morrow didn't get it done, but I think we had the most fun. I think because we don't remember everything, but we had a blast. Member guests, you got to go. You got to go. You cannot. You have a reputation to live up to. Okay, you can't go out there and half-ass it.
Dude, it only shows up a handful of times a year. You got to leave it all on the field. You can question a lot about us, Colt, when we go to things. You can question our play over and over. If it's not up to par, one thing you cannot question is the heart and the passion. I'm sure you laid it all on the line. You know how I know you laid it on the line? Because virtually every night from the time you arrived there until the end of the thing, about 10-ish or so, 10:30, 10:45 at night, phone would buzz. My wife would be like, who the hell is that? I'd be like, I bet you it's a FaceTime. I bet you it's Colt. And I bet there's somebody other's face in the screen and they're going to be yelling at me. And here we go. And we had it over and over. But dude, that's a tough place to beat. You missed some good stuff in the Olympics. I know you're out competing. Did you see the pole vaulter who missed out on a medal because he has a massive crank that got in the way of the bar? That's a tough scene. That was I would argue of all the people in the Olympics, I don't know who won the gold in pole vaulting, but I can tell you that dude's life going forward is better than the guy that won the gold medals is going to be based on his performance this week. That was spectacular. The 100-meter was spectacular. And dude, I've been big into this table tennis. Have you seen any of this action?
Yeah. It's been. I mean, dude, they're unbelievable.
They're special. They're special. Yeah. That's sick. And also my new favorite sport in the world that I want to play, but I don't know where to go. Badminton. Sign me up.
Get on there.
Sick.
That's a shuttlecock. That's what you hit back and forth.
Yeah, shuttlecock. You got to be able to handle the cock in that game. Move it wherever you want, dude. It's vital.
But the Olympics has been awesome. Gaza, the reason there was a lot of FaceTimes. One, I obviously miss you when I'm not around you. But two, I mean,
understandable.
A lot of your boys up there. We're getting amongst it. Our guest this week, Chandler Parsons, was in the house. I'm 99% sure he was a part of a few of those FaceTimes. Blake Griffin was up there. I mentioned Morrow. Got the chance to play golf with Lance Armstrong. Played one day with Wayne Gretzky as well. It's a week, man, but it is. I mean, it's first tee time 8:30, which we always were. Me and Morrow were the number one seed, even though we didn't play like it. So we're first off at 8:30. So you're getting up at 7:30. You know, quick shampoo effect, get it going again, and then it's, you go to bed at late. Let's just say late. So it is a session. My Whoop, shout out them. Wasn't too impressed with my performance. I did have over 90% recovery 4 days in a row leading in, and then below 20% the following 4 days.
You prepped appropriately. You sent me the picture of the sleeping. I was like, you're getting ready, but there ain't nothing. You can only get so ready for war. You know what I mean? Once you get there, it's a war.
But man,
and you're playing through it, and I respect that. Yeah, I was getting some texts from all the people up there too that you guys were playing. Chandler just sent me one that said, "In this economy," which we'll get to. Which, by the way, he might be the smartest guy in the world. He might have known what was happening. The Monday following. Maybe he's a little financial wizard. Forget Thomas Dietrich. From now on, we go to Chandler Parsons if we need stock tips.
I don't think it's that bad of an idea. He is. We always, every time you go to one, I go to one, you're like, who was the MVP? Who brought the juice? He always does. I will say, Morrow and myself definitely brought the juice. Blake Griffin can go. It was special. We talk about the formats all the time, right? Like, what's the best way to go about it? So you play 2 matches the first 2 days, and then you play just 9 holes the last day before the shootout. Well, in between the 2 matches, the first 2 days, so you have like 2.5, 3 hours to kill in between matches.
Won or lost right there.
There are some people, I'm not going to call them out by name, that tend to disappear for that little time. Maybe a little nap or a little shutsy, as they like to call it up there. Maybe some hydration. Not me and Brendan. No, sir. We did not leave the tent. We did not stop getting amongst it. And that's why we never make it to the shootout ever.
Brendan especially, I would say. He got a new haircut, too. Looks fantastic. Just a couple weeks before his Hall of Fame induction. Smart play.
He did decide, for some reason, to get a mohawk because they had a lady cutting hair there. And, don't think the wife was too happy about that one. But it was hilarious. Can't thank him enough for having me up, as always. It was a time, man. You gotta go play that one sometime. They do it right.
It's a special one up there. You got to really come correct.
All right,
for that one. But shout out to you.
Speaking of special, let's get to it. Well, let's not waste any time. Our guest, Chandler Parsons, absolute beauty, is here on Golf Subpar.
This is a special one, a special talent joining us here today. Longtime NBA ball player, 6'10" with a ratchet.
Cheers.
Not to mention,
with a what?
8 a.m. invitational champion.
That's
Tell
right.
him about Tell him what it is, dude.
That's right. 6'10" with a ratchet. Well, there's multiple ways you can take it.
I was going to say, wow.
This
is a family show.
Yeah,
what do you mean by ratchet?
There's multiple ways you can take it. So I was a shooter. So I used to call it a ratchet ratty.
Just a little ratty.
Yeah, that's what it means.
I like it. Well, cheers, buddy.
Cheers. Awesome to see you guys.
Nice
I always see you guys at the JT 8 a.m. Classic. You guys have always showed love. I love you guys. Thanks for having me.
You're the champ with that. I feel like, by the way, the golf world is taking note because, as you and I were just discussing, you're 40 to 1 to win this thing. You're like in line with John Elway.
No, better. I'm better than John Elway. But not at golf, at odds.
No, at odds.
Which
is strange. It's good timing.
Yeah, hold on.
So John Chandler Parsons right now?
Yeah, John Deere, fuck off. First Perez.
We love you, John Deere. Shut up.
No, yeah, shout out John Deere.
Possible
Thanks.
sponsor. Yeah, we got Perez driving around.
No, so that's what I mean. Listen, we won it was like a scramble format, I think. So like I don't know if the noise. I mean, listen, I'm a sandbag in 12, but there's no strokes in this tourney here. So 40 to 1. There's a lot better golfers than myself. Also, me and Blake are same odds. Yeah. I will destroy him. So I think they got it wrong.
Yeah, he like just started playing, and you guys are the same odds.
And I'm telling you,
Which
late
do they? Is there like
Yeah.
a one-on-one matchup? Little.
Oh, like little props, like you can get a head-to-head.
there are some prop bets. We'll have to see if that's on there. Like,
I don't gamble, but
Right.
if I did, I'd put the house on that matchup.
well, we could just make one right here. We could.
You versus
get a little
Blake.
prop
Maybe
bet
we'll
going.
get Blake's opinion on this after the
He
show.
won't do it.
He won't
do
take that.
it. He won't take it.
I did. I was.
But
just
also
watching-
like Elway and Michael Pena, they're sticks. They're like two
Pena's good.
Pena's.
and
Elway's
they're
good
like
too, by the way.
60 to 1 odds. So it really does. I
Okay,
think
we got to talk to the
I
odds
think-
makers
I
here
think
because
the
no
co-
offense, Michael Pena's pretty good at golf.
John Elway's he's
Yeah.
nasty.
Yeah, but he's 100.
That's true. That old bag of bones. No,
He
but
doesn't have
it's
it.
fun. It's cool. And listen, we're not out here by no means to win this thing.
No,
We're gonna
you
have
go in
fun.
the category of, like I say, it's two divisions.
Yes.
You're in the good one.
Yeah, dude, I'm like funny and gonna make you laugh, and like I'm gonna hang and party. I'm not gonna win this tournament, but
In
it's
this
gonna
economy?
yeah, in this economy too.
And it's your
Getting
debut.
Inflation.
It's your debut here.
It's my debut. It feels good. Me and Blake's both we're both rookies again, so it's fun. I don't know if there's any hazing. Are they gonna make us?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Well,
yeah, there's
first
some
off, it's not
weird
going to be
shit.
hazing for you. You got to get up and sing. I mean, you love doing that.
Yes,
Yeah.
dude.
So they asked us. So we are doing the karaoke. Apparently, there's 15 people doing it this year. I don't know
Okay.
if it's twosomes or if it's duets, but me and Blake are doing it together. We did JT's as well.
Crushed. Shaggy.
Crushed.
Wasn't me? Is that what y'all went with?
No, we did Angel.
Yeah, it was very romantic.
There's one big bunny one. That one.
Yeah, there you go.
And then
Okay.
Blake somehow had like this weird reggae voice he went to, but it was awesome. We got a new song this year. We rehearsed one time on the plane here.
Oh, you did rehearse.
Yeah, we were taking
You guys are
shots.
kinda off
we were,
the
yeah, we were
cuff
just we were just taking shots, and we were like, we should do that song, and we just did it.
Did the people in 12D really appreciate it?
There's no, I don't
know if there was a 12D
on the plane.
I'm aware, guys. I don't know. I'm aware.
So just general boarding situation.
Tell me about your caddy. You got a special friend on the bag this week.
So when I play, Gino DeSilvia, he's awesome. He's my boy at Lakeside, and I was making fun of him earlier because he's like I said he's the wealthiest caddy here. He's like a high up financial advisor at Merrill Lynch. He's just a +1 handicap. I play with him all the time. He's become a great friend of mine, and we were playing at Sherwood or Lakeside a couple weeks ago. And my caddy was like, it's a half a cup out left to right, and we were on the opposite teams, and he was like, no, it's not. It's easily a foot out left right, and I was like, I didn't know if he was fucking like going on opposite teams, play for a lot of money. I listened to him. Cash. A week later, I got like invited to this tournament, and he's like, "Dude, I should caddy for you," and I was like, 1,000% you're in. So that's how.
You give one good
That's
read,
it,
you get a
one
job.
read.
Unbelievable.
Get on in here, Jay.
Come on, Gino, you're
get
delivering
your
the
little
goods.
cameo.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Gotta have a little refill for the kid.
I'm
Bless
making
you.
him. He's also I'm boss till Monday. I'm
Yeah,
boss till
boss?
Monday.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that's it.
You're excused.
Now fuck off.
You're excused.
Yeah, that's good. That's fantastic.
Was he in the house? Didn't you and Johnny Manziel just win?
So
Your
me
flight
and Johnny,
at Sherwood?
when we did the Sherwood Member Guest, we won our flight. Which, by the way, I have a bone to pick with him. It's the dumbest format ever. You go and you do like a 2-hole playoff, and I think I played as a 10. He played as a scratch, so there was no moving of the strokes or whatever. But then if you win your flight, the team of like a 30 handicap, they got their full shots in the 2-hole matchup. So literally a team with a 30 index got 2 shots on the 1-hole tiebreaker and won the tournament.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah,
That doesn't make sense, right? So like the
shootout.
worst golfer at the club
Yeah.
won the tournament.
Whoever gets
and,
the
like,
most shots is gonna win, basically.
But I mean, listen, it's a fun event. You party, you hang. They have Sherwood is all. That's where I started golfing 3 years ago, and I went to Sherwood as my first course, and I was like, wow, it was unbelievable. So this is actually the first member guest I had played in, and it was also 50-50 if Johnny showed up or not. So it was all.
Those odds seem good.
That's about
And
like
you know
your
what?
Vegas odds.
Shout out Deuce. He showed up 3 straight days. I think he shot a 67 one day.
Whoa. He can play.
He
and
can
when you
hit
get him and he's locked in, like getting him
Which is
there
rare,
and on
but once
time
you
and
just
there.
gotta get him there.
Once he's there, he's in it.
He's got some
Dialed.
speed.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
got
he hits
game.
it hard.
He can
He's got-
smash.
He's got real game.
Hits it.
But no, it's fun. That's
Very hard.
basically all I do is I travel around, I meet cool people, and I play in these golf tournaments. And
It's a dream.
Have you
ever
Yeah.
played in front of a
Retirement
big
is
crowd
sweet.
before?
so you know what? I played in this LPGA, the Grand Hilton one in Orlando.
yeah, okay, cool.
Which that was like a real tournament on TV. But I don't even care about the fans. Like it's not what I did for a living. Like I'm fine.
Yeah.
It is a little nerve-wracking when they're lining up and I hit this big lofty cut, fade, whatever you want to
It's
call it.
a fade.
It's a fade. More a push, whatever.
Power fade.
It's not intentional. But I'm telling them to the left, like, hey, I might hit you. Like, and they just don't move. So I watched the videos, just seen some clips here. It's a lot more people than that.
There's a lot.
But the most embarrassing part is in that tournament, you have to play with a pro who's playing for like $1 million. She has to watch that swing and then go.
Who'd you play with?
So I played with like Danielle Kang.
Oh, yeah.
Nelly Corda.
The good groups.
McGuire, a girl from Ireland.
Leona McGuire.
Leona
There you
McGuire.
go.
Super. She just said like 6 words, but she was super nice. Because again, they're like working, and I'm like shotgunning White Claws as fans.
All 6 of those words were really nice.
Yeah,
That's good.
There was like 6 times she told me like to stop. But yeah, that was the most nerve-wracking part, is actually playing with good golf. Out here, I'm playing with like, I think I saw him playing with Taylor Twellman and Austin Reeves. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
No, I'll be fine.
They're both actually pretty good too.
Which
But
I
did
like.
say
Which I like.
Austin's
I'm the
pretty
worst.
good.
Austin, I think he's the 3rd favorite to win it. And I think he just played in this tournament where he shot like a 76. He didn't make the qualifier.
Yeah, he tried to
for
qualify
Korn
for
Ferry.
a Korn Ferry.
But I've never played with him. But I heard he's got game.
Yeah, he does. I played with him a few weeks ago. He can
Which
go.
I like. I like that I'm
I
the
will
worst.
say-
I like that I'm the worst. I'm the worst golfer in that.
Yeah, you
threesome
don't want to
there.
have the pressure.
No.
I mean,
But
you're
I'm
already
a-
coming off a win. 2
Yeah,
wins.
I mean,
yeah, man,
there's
Sherwood.
already a bullseye on my back.
Exactly.
I will say,
what I mean?
I did see I've been around this game for a long time, and you're the first person I've ever seen yell 4 on the driving range.
Well, that was Silvio. That was Gino. I would never.
Gino yelled 4.
You did. They just said you were the first person to yell 4 on a driving range.
Never had that happen. Oh,
Like
you
I
want to come in
said,
and defend
he
yourself?
works for Merrill Lynch. He does.
God.
But
Well, it's worth every
I
penny.
did snap one left, and then there's people over there.
You got the picker right when we showed up with a wedge on a little
yeah.
little host. You got all the shots.
Yeah,
dude.
listen, you got to
gotta
have
be able to
every
shape
shot
it.
in the bag. We found out today, I think I have like 16 clubs in my bag too. It goes from like a 64, which is like a Cleveland steamer,
Cleveland Steamer.
a
Yeah.
60, 56, 50, 50, 48, and a wedge, which makes no sense.
Yeah, that feels like the same almost. Yeah.
And then I go 9 through 4, and then a hybrid of 5-wood and driver. So I think we have to do some adjusting here.
Yeah, we should probably get
17, coach.
Gino. Gino, we got to get a couple out before Friday.
Yeah.
I'm 1 over.
Yeah, so we're vastly over club. So we
All
need
right.
to.
You got time to adjust.
a short game wizard like you need
Yeah.
some utensils down there.
I'm a show.
It's not always a 60.
I'm a show pony.
Exactly.
Listen, just give me the club.
You know,
just
the
tell.
thoroughbred.
They're talking about the ball goes further here. Should we do it in meters? I'm like, just give me the number.
yeah.
Let me do my thing.
Exactly.
I mean, the first
dude.
shot I think Sleaze and I ever saw you hit was at the Win 2 years ago.
That's true.
You told us you were going to go low
I
on a
went
pit
low.
shot. Boy, did you ever. It couldn't have gone any lower.
super low.
Yeah,
Like-
you gotta have every shot. You never know. I mean,
You were playing with Kelsey. That's what it was. We
Yeah.
showed up and they had like an 80-yard shot. I remember this shot well.
Oh, yeah.
And the pin's in a little bowl. Kelsey had a great shot. By
I
the
bet
way.
he did,
Of course
yeah.
he did.
Totally.
And then you get up like, I'm gonna bring this one in low, coach.
well, here, listen, in the
went
scramble, he was
14
already
yards.
tight.
Yeah,
I
good
tried to punch it up there. I tried to go outside the box, and listen, you
You're a
never
shot
hit a
maker.
bad shot.
Oh, million. Why do you think I'm holding this microphone now instead of playing? God.
Life comes at you fast.
Yeah, speaking of life coming at you fast, how about your boy Killer Trav? Life's coming at him
Oh,
rather
man.
fast lately.
You know what? It's real. It's real. Like he's happy. He's healthy. He's loving his life, and he's getting some shit and some hate. But like he's the same dude, same just fucking firecracker, awesome dude. He'll get in Thursday, which is funny. The first thing I thought about was this mandatory Wednesday night players meeting, and I'm like, Trav, I'm like, when do you get in? He's like, Thursday at like 9 p.m. I'm like, God
Not
damn,
mandatory.
That meeting is
Yeah.
not mandatory.
And, you know, if things go well, he could be signing a prenup.
Yeah, exactly.
What a gig.
Hopefully.
God,
Fingers
that
crossed.
would
And I
be-
met her in Vegas. She was awesome. Like, I'd never met her before. I'd never even seen her in, like, the flesh. Like, I've lived in L.A. Never even seen her. She couldn't have been nicer, couldn't have been sweeter, so I'm happy for the boy.
Yeah, things have gone quickly in
Yeah.
that area. I saw Taylor Swift one time, like in person. There's a Super Bowl party in Houston. She performed. We're like up top looking down, and I was like, I've never seen a human being. It was like a god walked on. Like the whole crowd just literally lost
dude,
their mind. She's
it
like
is-
she's superhuman.
It's crazy. She came to Pat Mahomes' tournament in Vegas, and he did, like, this speakeasy, like, where they had this party where he rented out some. It was weird. It's like, I don't even remember a hotel. It's like a food court, but, like, behind one of the restaurants' food court, it's like a bar.
Resorts World.
Maybe.
Yeah, I know where the food court is. I know where the speakeasy is.
You have a great Auntie Anne's. There's an Auntie Anne's. But we went there, and it was just like it was fun just watching people just kind of be like, it's nuts. Like it is there is levels to fame, and she is at the top.
She's it.
She's it.
She is it.
But yeah,
You're right there.
Yeah, after this weekend, I'll make some ground.
Yeah, a little ACC championship changes things quick.
Get some screen time.
Exactly. What this will come out after you do your performance. What is the song for you and Blake tonight?
So we are doing the bar song by Shabuzi.
Shabuzi.
We're gonna do a little back and forth. There's gonna be some props. There's gonna be a lot of alcohol. Well, there's the one line about the Jack Daniels.
Yep.
There's a table.
There's a table.
There's my wife and his
connect to the
girl
bar.
are supposed to be passing out some shots. We're gonna get the crowd involved. There's like a $5,000 winner prize, which I just found out.
There's
about.
a purse for this thing.
I think it's $5K for the winner, $3K for second, and I think you get like $1,000 just for doing it.
That's what this
Kelsey
field
won
needs
last
is
year.
a little walking around cash.
Yeah, listen, and this
And-
group, all these peasants,
In this economy,
yeah,
too?
this economy, we need it. You gotta listen. And also, there's 80 golfers and only 15 are doing it. So clearly,
Yeah, I don't know how they select. Did they just tell you like
I
you're
ran.
doing
So
it?
the guy that I know he's the big high up at American Century. His name's Jonathan Thomas, and he's building a house in Chileno Bay where we have a place. And so I met him throughout the last year, and he told me about this tournament, or whatever. So I just developed a relationship with him. So when I got invited to the tournament, he texted me and said, "Hey, Jay DeMarcus, who's the lead singer from Rascal Flatts." Some singer from Chicago, which I was already sick. They're gonna text you. We'd love for you and Blake. They saw your video from JT's.
No.
I think they must. Yeah, they saw the video of us do it, and they're like, "Will you do it?" We were like, "Fuck yeah!"
This is what you're built for.
yeah, fuck the golf.
Yeah, dude.
I might not make my tea time Friday, but I'll do the karaoke Thursday.
When you were playing in the NBA, we know you as this funny, very personal guy. Were you the same way? In the
Same
NBA?
way, dude. Joakim Noah always says from the moment I was 15 years old, went on my visit to Florida, he was my host, said that I've never once changed, no matter where I was,
That's
what
awesome.
money I was making, what city, who I'm around. I've always just been this way. I've always been, personable. I've always been relatable. I can kind of, fit in any scenario, and I've always kind of embraced that. And I love people. I love meeting new people. So it's just always kind of been a hobby and just something I enjoy doing. So tournaments like this are. They're great.
It's perfect for you.
Yeah, it's
You played Dallas, Atlanta, Houston,
in Memphis.
In Memphis.
Yeah.
The
Didn't really
Memphis.
play.
The Grizz.
Didn't really play.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was late in the game.
yeah.
Well-
Did you have a favorite?
Dallas for sure.
That's where I met you way back in the
Yeah,
day.
like if we didn't live in LA, we would live in Dallas.
Yeah.
Like great people, great the way of live, great food, like sports town. Like Dallas to me is top of the notch. We're beach people, so that hurts a little bit. But Dallas is beautiful. I loved Mark. We always got along. My favorite player growing up was Dirk. Got to play with him for a couple years. So
And got to go hang out at so-and-so's with Brandon Hayes.
so-and-so's, dude. So-and-so, that whole street there,
We
Citizen.
used to have some fun back in the
Oh,
day.
dude. Mern and Zaid, my two Persians that would show me around town. Yeah, Dallas is to me the best, and still have a great relationship with all those guys and the same staff and everything. So it's all like Dirk came to my wedding, JJ Barea came to my wedding. Like those guys are family forever.
Dirk is the man.
All time. I mean, you were it makes sense that he's your favorite. Like, you're pretty comparable. But he was the first guy doing it at
he's not nuts. Like he's not like a riot. But if you get to know him and he lets you in, he's so fucking funny and so sarcastic and just so just unruly. Like he'll just look at you and just be like, just fucking mix in a salad, Colt. Like he'll just
I don't know why I'd say that.
shit like that.
Why would he say that?
I don't know why.
Dressing on the side, baby?
Yeah. Like he would just say sick vibes.
Say something about me.
He'll
Yeah,
just
there you
say something about you'll laugh, but then you'll walk away and be like, damn, that was like.
Yeah, he's
ouch.
He's one
He's
of my
one of those
all-time
guys too. I mean,
favorites.
there's
so
obviously
nice.
a lot of big time athletes from Dallas, but he's one of one of the few that walks in and the place stops.
And not to mention, he's like the most selfless, humble star you could ask for. Like as a coach or a owner or a GM, the guy wants nothing. He doesn't want to do any endorsements. He wants to do no ads, commercials. He just wants to hoop, go home to his family, watch
cool.
tennis. He's the greatest.
Do you miss it? Like, your life right now is probably like 99% of the male population would be like, that's my dream life. I want to retire and do exactly what you're doing. But do you miss?
Yeah, you know what? I miss the game. I miss hooping. I miss being healthy. Like I miss my knees not fucking me up and me going out and having 25 and feeling great. And like I miss that feeling of winning and competing. And it was awesome. My dream as a kid was to make the NBA. I used to look at these dudes like they're fucking aliens. Like I remember I saw Turkoglu in the mall in Orlando, and I literally lost my mind. I was like, oh my god, they actually go they're like real
people,
humans. Yeah. And then so like fast forward now, and then so like that whole process was awesome, and I lived it and I did it, and it ended in a weird way in a car crash and COVID and But it all worked out. Like when that happened, there was like this bubble where the teams went to the bubble. I was on Atlanta. They didn't even make the bubble, so my season was short early anyways. I got engaged. My wife got pregnant. So like it all kind of happened so fast, and I started getting into TV and doing different stuff. So like I always was so scared to retire because basketball was all I had. But sounds pathetic to say, like it was my first job. Like I never had a job growing up. Of course. That was my first job. It's like I was scared, like fuck, what am I gonna do without like a schedule and a regiment? But then like honestly, I found golf and like like a country club and going to like that kind of hang of the gambling, the shit talking.
Like the locker room a little bit.
It's the closest thing like an ex-athlete has to that. So
I
when
think
you
that's
retire,
why so many people find golf after they quit. Not even because
100%.
they like golf that much. It's like it's the closest thing, and it's the one thing you can do that mimics the only thing they know in their whole
everything,
life.
like from the locker room to like the locker room attendant who picks up after you and has all the products there and the showers. It's the same feel as an NBA locker room, and then you go out there and you still have that drive. Like I'm an athlete. I was really good at basketball. I'm not that good at golf, but like I still have that edge. I want to gamble, and you can always handicap it with odds, and like so like it's always, you can always make it even and fair and fun. So, as a guy that loves the competition, golf really made my retirement so smooth.
How often are you getting to play?
I play like 3 times a week. You know, I play like 3 times.
Sleazy dropped his wallet.
That's
Grab
his
it
wallet.
quickly.
Get his wallet. Get the card.
You can have the phone. I want the wallet.
I still claim residency in Florida. though. I was just,
The IRS. Don't let the IRS
I was
see
just glad it was just my wallet and my phone.
this. Could have been worse.
Gino?
Yeah,
Gino's on it.
The richest and best caddy here, I must say. This guy's
Hardest working,
incredible.
wealthiest. Fuck, what was the
What were we
How often
talking
you
about?
playing?
Oh, so I play
Golf
3
these
times a week. So I joined Sherwood. Gino is. I'm still in my file. Apparently opened up this week at Lakeside. So I'm getting in Lakeside. I play at Chileno Bay all the time in Cabo. So I love to play. I love to gamble. I love to, I play a lot. I'm not a big lesson guy. I'm not a big range guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get it. You like all the fun.
I'm a
all the fun
performer.
parts.
We
Yeah.
need to get
Exactly.
Chandler over to Pros and Joe's at El Dorado.
Oh,
down the street there.
you think you could thrive in an environment like that?
Yeah.
You think you'd be okay there? That's his
yeah.
natural
December.
habitat.
December,
So
be ready.
you heard about this Cabo Cup thing? So it was like the Cabo Cup, where it's the Discovery thing, where like every year they do like, 2 properties.
Oh, yeah.
Against each other.
I
So
know what you're
this
talking
year, and there's like a draft. So there's like a captain, and I got drafted for the Chileno team and to play the El Dorado team, and it's all net.
Okay.
So we go there and we fly, and it's like they make like all these bags, Cabo Cup, Team Chileno, like it's sick. And we go there, and this is like one of those times when it's not good. It was like in August or September. We land, a little swirly, a little fucking hurricane comes, and they cancel it.
Oh.
So the one time I was supposed to plan like something like that, where it's just like a fucking junky, fun, just nut. Besides the member guest, there is insane. But that was, so I'll play in that next year, which is awesome. It's like the Pins and Fins, or it's
Yeah.
like the one in Eldo.
Yeah, Pins and Fins is
You got it.
sick.
We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Pros and
That's
Joe's,
like
it's
dead in your wheelhouse.
Yeah. And I got into pickle. Like, you guys play pickleball
Yeah.
at all? Oh yeah, you said you're really good.
I love it.
you say
You
you're
say
really
you're
good.
really
Yeah, I'm
good.
super sick, dude. I say I'm
You
really
do.
good at fucking everything. Are you good at
But are you
spelling?
re-
Yeah, I'm the sickest speller.
Like handicap it on a
Yeah, I
golf
don't know.
on a golf scale.
I get
like,
asked this because we play with the same 4 guys over and over, so we don't ever really go outside of that circle. So I don't know.
but what are you golf? What's your index?
In golf?
Yeah.
Plus what, 3 or 4?
So what would you be on a golf equivalent?
Yeah,
base?
I don't know.
So would you be like a 5
I bet I'm like
for pickleball? You'd be pretty good, but like you'd blow up a little bit.
I think like good players, like I've played against a few like pros, and that's a different level. I'd be like a good player at your country club, like a club champion type, but then you go play a real
Did you
player
play
and you
tennis?
get body bagged.
You played tennis?
No, but I think just golfers, dude. Golfers,
Yeah.
like the hand-eye stuff with golf, like ping pong.
It's not a hard game to learn.
No, it's not. That's why it's so beautiful.
Yeah, and anybody can play it. My parents play it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can be out of shape.
My
Terrible.
parents are out of shape.
It's fun and it's
You seen
awesome.
There's nothing wrong with that,
You
guys.
seen
Yeah.
Gary and Terry? They're watching. They're fun. They watch this every week.
Oh,
Now, you know what? They're offended by your words.
They're offended by your words.
Oh,
I cannot wait
they're
for this
disappointed
karaoke.
in you.
This is going to be
Oh,
great.
dude, are you guys here all week?
Well,
We're here long
We're
enough.
scheduled to leave Friday.
3 nights is enough. You missed last night.
Dude.
We started
What was
without
last
you.
night?
Just first night.
Just a session. Sleaze is a professional baccarat player too, apparently.
I just learned how to play baccarat, and I
It's so
still
fun.
don't know how to play baccarat.
That's
you know what I
it.
mean?
You can sit at our table.
Yeah, so this guy was teaching me. I was winning, and I remember I woke up the next morning, and I was like, I have no fucking clue how to play this game.
That's how you play.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. You don't even have to
And
know
they rip the
shit.
cards afterwards. I'm like, what
Dude,
the hell is
You don't
happening
have to
here?
do anything.
You can. Oh,
Dude, Chandler, this has been a blast.
Awesome.
do you want to
man.
hang out more, man?
Yeah, dude. Why
we
you
should
cut
hang
me
out
off
sometimes?
You got to get those pipes ready.
We're just getting
We're
started.
I know.
just getting going. I feel like.
Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a wreck.
It's been a lot of fun, dude.
All right,
Can't
our new
wait
host,
to see you.
Our third host, we're adding to Golf Subpar, Chandler Parsons.
Next
Thank
season,
you.
look out for me.
Kill it this week. All right, that was Chandler Parsons joining us on Subpar. Sleaze, he's just a beauty. It's a very simple way to describe him. He is an absolute beauty. The world needs more Chandler Parsons. He's hilarious. I wish we sat down with him for like 2 hours. We were kind of short on time up there in Tahoe, but it's hard. I mean, not many times we laugh more than that right there.
No, we're going to get him back. He's going to come to Scottsdale. He's going to play some golf. We'll get him back in studio where we can really get after it. But, like, legitimately, at all these kind of golf events and things we go to now, like, my favorite guy to hang out with on and off the golf course is Chandler, dude. You just can't not have a good time with him. His golf game's actually gotten pretty decent for a guy that's enormous and took up golf late in the game. Like, he can get it around, but also he doesn't give a single shit about any of that. He's just there to have a good time, and he does it every single time, especially in this economy. I mean, can you even believe it with all that's going on?
I love him, man. Him and Blake, God, I just totally
Griffin.
Totally blacked out.
Blake Griffin is the guy.
God, Blake Griffin, the guy that looks
There he
nothing
is.
like me. We have nothing in common, but yeah, you get them two together. Whew, boy, it's something.
They won somehow the Justin Timberlake, Jimmy Fallon 8 a.m. Invitational.
Yes, they
this year.
did.
Those are your defending champions
They
somehow.
did.
And I played with them for the final 9. It was very sloppy, and also I don't remember them making many pars, but they are your champs. So
They
whatever.
also both of their teams made it to the shootout at Gaza, so they got some game. They show up when the lights are on.
They also put on a very nice performance at the karaoke night up in Tahoe. Well, Blake is now like in the mix with golf. Now that he's retired, like he's getting in all this stuff too. And he actually like upside. He's got a bit of upside for a guy that's legit like never played golf until recently. He's all right.
I love it, man. That was a lot of fun. Cannot wait to sit down with him again. And Blake agreed. I don't know if he remembers agreeing, but he agreed to come on the show too up in Gaza last week. So we will get Blake on. Let's get to the Wyndham Championship, the final event of the regular season. Everybody trying to get in that top 70 to get to the playoffs. It's also our last event for CBS, so I'm about to have a nice little off season.
There you go. Good time to play some member guests.
Oh yeah, great. Can't wait. But yes, we got some guys trying to get into that top 70. Sungjae M is your favorite. Shane Lowry, your second betting favorite. Jordan Spieth is teeing it up this week. But listen, whenever this guy is up there near the top of the odds board, it's hard for me to go away from him because I love him so much. And he has a pretty good record at this golf course. Si-Woo Kim shaking that ass 25-1.
See, woo! I love it. You're going to have to make a lot of birdies this week. He can do that just about as well as anyone, and he's just fun to watch, basically. So
He's the best.
Don't hate that pick whatsoever. I'm going, like, I feel like this guy should be higher than he is on the board, but 30-1, you got Brian Harmon. Comfortable week for him, close to home, no stress with playoffs. He's just getting ready for those, and a place where great putters tend to thrive, straight ball hitters as well. I'll take Brian Harmon at 31.
All right. Yeah. Should be a perfect golf course for him.
Yeah.
Going down the list, I know he hasn't been playing his best as of late, but sometimes when you show up at golf courses you love and you've had success on, your game just turns around immediately. And he's going off at 60-1. A couple years ago, he didn't make a bogey the entire week, hoisted the trophy. James Tyree Poston.
With the big cat on the bag. How about that? Ever got anybody around in 72 holes with no bugs? You and I have tried, Colt. I never did it with Wyndham. He stinks. You did it with Taylor. Did he make any bugs?
Oh my God, did he ever? And
Boatloads
dubs and
of 'em.
trips. It was all over the place.
Yeah. Testament to Big Cat and his caddying skills. All right. I'm going to a 50-1 Colt. And this is, at the end of this season, this guy is going to be my pick next year for like breakout player of the year. He just played in the Olympics where he played well, finished 7th. He's been on the Ryder Cup team. He is loaded with talent. And I think he's just kind of starting to figure it out. I'm taking Nikolai Højgaard 50-1.
He can move it. He's got a very
Next year,
bright
dude,
future.
I think he's going to win like multiple times.
All right. Well, there's the prediction from Sleaze. Make sure we save that. But so much fun. Thanks to Chandler Parsons. Once again, thanks to Brendan Morrow, Gaza Ranch, for putting on an incredible show. Congratulations, Scotty Scheffler. Just another W. So cool to see. Hope everyone enjoyed it. We'll talk to you on next week's Subpar.